The drama surrounding the Cleveland Browns has reached a breaking point. What began as another disappointing season filled with unfulfilled potential has now spiraled into a full-blown quarterback controversy. Kevin Stefanski, usually the picture of calm professionalism, finally let the frustration spill over. After yet another lackluster performance, he stepped in front of reporters and said the words every Browns fan had been waiting to hear, but also dreading. "Before you start winning, you've got to stop losing," he admitted. "We're doing some things right now that are preventing us from winning." It was a moment of raw honesty, a rare glimpse behind the polished coaching clichés. Stefanski wasn't just acknowledging mistakes, he was indirectly calling out his own quarterback. For weeks, he had defended Dillon Gabriel, insisting the young signal caller just needed time to settle in. But patience has its limits, and Stefanski's tone made it clear that limit had been reached. In simple terms, Gabriel isn't getting it done. The head coach confessed that the team's offensive execution has been poor, the play design has faltered, and the quarterback play hasn't been sharp enough to overcome it. The heart of the issue is consistency, or rather, the complete lack of it. The Browns' offense, once imagined as a balanced, dynamic system built around Gabriel's dual-threat ability, has sputtered into something unrecognizable. The running game that was supposed to be his foundation has disappeared. Stefanski openly admitted that Gabriel's inability to effectively run the football, supposedly his biggest strength, has crippled the offense. "We've got to find a way to score points," he said. "We've got to run the ball efficiently, and we've got to find a way to be better in the passing game." All of the above. His frustration was impossible to miss. For a coach known for measured language, Stefanski's criticism was as loud as shouting. Gabriel's passing efficiency has plummeted to barely above 50%, his decision-making is erratic, and his composure seems to evaporate under pressure. Even against one of the league's worst defenses, he managed fewer than 200 yards, no touchdowns, and another costly turnover. These aren't rookie growing pains anymore. They're patterns. Patterns that lose football games. And now, a different name is echoing through Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders. The talented rookie, son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, has been waiting in the wings. For weeks, fans and analysts alike have wondered when Stefanski would give him the chance to start. Those whispers turned into open speculation when insiders began pointing out that the Browns' offense looked its best when Sanders took the field against the Panthers. He had no practice reps that week, no rhythm, no prep time. Yet somehow, he came in cold and started dropping dimes, running the offense with a poise that Gabriel has yet to display. It was only a brief appearance, but it left an impression strong enough to linger over the entire organization. Kevin Stefanski hasn't confirmed any decision, but his recent comments make one thing crystal clear: he's run out of patience. Analysts like Garrett Bush have taken that hint and run with it. Bush, one of Cleveland's most outspoken commentators, didn't mince words when he said, "Stefanski knows the difference now. Dillon Gabriel is an average player. Shedeur Sanders is a once-in-a-generation talent." To Bush, it's not just about stats or mechanics, it's about the spark. The creative edge that great quarterbacks have, the innate ability to see the field, make something out of nothing, and elevate everyone around them. "Some people just have that quality," Bush said. "That star quality. That God-given ability." The evidence is piling up. Even with the Browns' offensive line struggling and the playbook condensed to its simplest form, Sanders managed to show flashes of brilliance. Quick reads, tight throws, a calm demeanor in chaos. It's the kind of presence that gives a team hope, something Cleveland fans haven't felt in far too long. Meanwhile, Gabriel's stat lines tell a different story, one of missed opportunities, 3-and-outs, and stalled drives. Against the Steelers, ranked 29th in total defense, Gabriel failed to reach the end zone. The Browns put up a miserable 9 points. Fans can see the writing on the wall. They've lived through countless quarterback experiments, false starts, and promises of patience that led nowhere. But this feels different. It feels like a crossroads moment where sticking with the status quo means surrendering the season, and taking the risk on Sanders could mean salvation. Garrett Bush went as far as to say that if Sanders takes over, the Browns will instantly become must-watch TV. If he comes in and throws for 300, he said, they'll put the Browns on prime time every week. Mary Kay Cabot, one of the most respected voices covering Cleveland sports, echoed that sentiment with even more conviction. She took to social media and declared that Shedeur Sanders is the best passer in the game right now. Her bold claim sparked debate, but she stood by it, citing Sanders' pinpoint accuracy and natural touch. She compared him to Josh Allen in arm strength but said Sanders' mechanics are smoother and more instinctive. "It's not just training," she explained. "It's talent. Pure, raw talent that can't be coached." Cabot also pointed out that Sanders has repeatedly said he's ready for the moment. He's not just waiting for a chance, he's demanding one. If the Browns are wondering whether he's ready, she wrote, they don't have to ask anyone else. He's already told them he is. It's hard to argue with that confidence. Sanders has been groomed for the spotlight his entire life. He's grown up in locker rooms, handled media pressure since his teens, and thrives under expectations. If there's anyone built for this challenge, it's him. Now, the Browns find themselves at a crossroads. Stick with Dillon Gabriel and risk wasting another season, or roll the dice on Shedeur Sanders and see if lightning strikes. The numbers don't lie. Cleveland is averaging roughly 14 points a game, ranking near the bottom of the league in every major offensive category. The defense can't keep bailing them out forever. Something has to change, and Stefanski's candid words suggest he knows it. The only question left is whether he'll have the courage to make that change before it's too late. This situation has become bigger than one player. It's a reflection of the Browns' culture, one that has often chosen safety over boldness, familiarity over innovation. Fans are tired of waiting for next year. They've seen too many seasons crumble under conservative decisions and misplaced loyalty. Shedeur Sanders represents something Cleveland hasn't had in a long time: belief. The belief that one player can make the impossible seem possible again. If Stefanski hands the keys to Sanders, it could redefine his legacy. Coaches are often remembered not for the safe choices they made but for the bold ones that changed everything. Sanders stepping in and turning the season around would cement Stefanski's name in franchise history. But hesitation could cost him his job and the team its identity. The tension is real, the fan base is restless, and the league is watching. The clock is ticking. Every missed opportunity, every 3-and-out, and every turnover pushes Cleveland closer to a decision it can't avoid. Gabriel has had his chance. He's had his moments. But football is a results-driven business, and results are all that matter. Stefanski knows it. The players know it. And deep down, even Gabriel probably does too. So now, Browns Nation, it's your turn to weigh in. Do you believe Kevin Stefanski was right to call out Dillon Gabriel publicly? Is it finally time for Shedeur Sanders to take over and inject life into this lifeless offense? Or are fans putting too much faith in a rookie who still has something to prove? Can Sanders truly be the spark that reignites this team, or is Cleveland setting him up for another heartbreak? Let us know what you think in the comments below.